Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're looking at something that is honestly just absolutely awe-inspiring. We are going to examine the breathtaking engineering behind the monuments of ancient Egypt. And you know, this isn't just your basic story of piling rocks on top of each other. It's a testament to stone, symmetry, and human achievement that literally defies time. We're going to break down exactly what our source material reveals about the mechanics of these magnificent monuments. I mean, when you realize that the Great Pyramid is aligned to true north with just a fraction of a degree of accuracy, and that they're dealing with millions of tons of stone, the reality becomes so much more fascinating than any of the myths out there.
I want you to actually picture the scene for a second. We are dropping right into the deserts of ancient Egypt, over 4,500 years ago, right smack in the middle of the Old Kingdom. Just imagine the intense heat, the vast, unforgiving expanse of sand in literally every direction, and rising up from that stark landscape, this massive logistical operation involving tens of thousands of highly skilled workers. It's in this exact, incredibly challenging environment that one of the greatest engineering feats in all of human history took place. Just framing this setting with that kind of scale, it really puts the sheer magnitude of this endeavor into perspective.
Okay, let's dive into this. How did they actually pull this off? Our source breaks this monumental task down into a highly structured process that solved what must have been an unbelievable logistical nightmare. So step one, the workers carved the stones. But remember, they weren't using modern steel, right? They relied on rudimentary copper chisels and extremely hard dolerite stone pounders to shape these massive blocks. Then you've got step two, transportation. Without modern machinery or even the widespread use of the wheel for heavy loads, they leveraged this really clever system of wooden sledges pulled over water-lubricated sand. That brilliant little trick actually cut the friction in half. And finally, step three, the mathematics. They applied advanced geometric principles, calculating slopes and angles so perfectly that the structures align almost flawlessly to the cardinal directions.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the contrast. It is simply unbelievable. On one side, we have the absolute physical limitations of human labor. We're talking muscle, sweat, and bare hands working in that harsh desert sun, pulling sledges literally inch by inch. On the other side, the final outcome is utterly massive, with these towering, colossal structures. I mean, we are talking about lifting individual granite blocks that weighed up to 80 tons, maneuvering them hundreds of feet into the air. The gap between those two realities, human physical power on one side and colossal monuments on the other, is bridged entirely by their engineering brilliance. It's just a stunning representation of human potential.
Let's just slow down for a moment and really take in this incredibly powerful line from our source. Every stone, every layer, tells a story of immense dedication. When you look at these colossal structures, you realize they aren't just solid monolithic blocks. They're made up of individual layers, millions of them. And here is what's truly fascinating about that. Archaeological evidence reveals that these weren't the unskilled slaves you see in the old Hollywood movies. Not at all. They were highly organized, well-fed, and dedicated skilled laborers who lived in purpose-built cities right nearby. It wasn't just some brutal construction project. It was a profound testament to the civic dedication of the workers. You can almost feel that human element embedded deeply into the very architecture itself.
So, the crucial point here is, why does this matter to us now? What's our ultimate takeaway from all this ancient engineering? Well, that immense dedication we just talked about didn't just build a monument for a specific moment in time. It created a lasting legacy. It resulted in a wonder that still completely astonishes modern engineers today. I mean, thousands of years later, we are literally still scratching our heads over things like the chemical composition of their incredibly resilient mortar, which, by the way, remains a total mystery, or their earthquake-resistant interlocking design. That ancient dedication and ingenuity directly translates to the awe we still feel in the modern world. And you know, this brilliantly illustrates a much larger, almost philosophical point. We look back at the pyramids, perfectly aligned to the stars, built from massive stones transported by pure human ingenuity and standing the test of millennia. It truly makes you look at our modern world, with all of our advanced technology, massive machinery, and instant conveniences, and ask the question, will anything we build today still astonish the world thousands of years from now? Do we have that same immense long-term dedication? It's a pretty fascinating thought to leave you with as you go about your day. Thank you so much for exploring this with me.